Hey everybody, Arthur here with another unboxing video. Today we have G.I. Joe Retaliation Roadblock. This old figure I've had since I got the first wave of these guys, and I hated him. I didn't like him and I didn't like the Duke, but today something special came in the mail that is going to make him so much better. So I'm going to review the figure, and then after I review the figure, we'll look at the bonuses. But this comes in that typical G.I. Joe Retaliation packaging. You got Dwayne Johnson, Roadblock up top advertised, along with Snake Eyes, as those were the two that were pushing the movie pretty heavily. And then you get the image of Roadblock using these big gimmicky rocket launchers. He has a Arashikage's logo right there, which makes no sense because Roadblock was never part of that clan. Here we have a little bit of a side read-up where it says, G.I. Joe is the world's greatest special ops fighting force with the top secret ninja training from the toughest. The T looks like a R. Toughest of masters, led by ultimate ninja commando Roadblock. These elite heroes defend the globe from the evil forces of Cobra. When was Roadblock Ultimate Ninja Commando? Oh, geez. I guess that explains the Arashikage logo on the front. And if I do recall, this movie was pushed advertising Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes and the whole ninja gimmick. I guess they were trying to sell toys, but this does not look like a ninja to me. On the back, we have another little bit of a read-up. Armed with his Battle Kata Blaster and powerful ninja training, Roadblock leads the G.I. Joe team, almost looks like Reem, in the fight against Cobra. After years of intense ninja training and military experience, Roadblock has become the ultimate ninja commando hero. First off, Roadblock didn't lead crap. He was just, one of the team members. And he is not a ninja or was ever trained by anybody with the, No, he's a commando, a marine, whatever. He is not a ninja. Look at this dude. He is not he's too big and bulky to be a ninja. He ain't gonna be scaling up walls by his feet and floating through trees and stuff. That's crazy. And especially when he got this big chunk of plastic, it says use detach hand grip to activate features. And yeah, that's ridiculous. We do have another gimmick with his gun. Not only does it shoot a crazy rocket, but it has a blue blade, and a blue block. Yeah, spring-loaded shields, apparently, that are blue as well. Some characters there. And then we get everybody from the wave. Look for these G.I. Joe figures. And I honestly, some of these were hard to get a hold of. Because this is the time where people were just buying up all the 3 3/4 Joes. This is Artan, underrated, awesome, besides the fact that he has bright blue weapons. I don't understand bright colors. Actually, it does make sense because I guess you want kids to not lose them and stuff like that, so you want them bright colors. The Storm Shadow was okay. There was better ones released after. Same with the Snake Eyes. But we're not here for these. We're here for Dwayne Johnson. Let's get him out of the package and see how fast and furious he is. Dwayne Johnson looking 3 3/4 inch, and it looks pretty good for, a Dwayne Johnson Roadblock figure. It's not bad at all. He does come with his gimmicky instruction manual to show you how to utilize the actual device. And here is that gimmicky device. Now this thing is weird. You got the blade here that only goes this far, so it's spring, so you get that cool I guess, oh, I stabbed it in him. And then it looks like he has a tape deck that slides up. I don't know what this is. I really don't. This does detach, so you can have a separate gun, I suppose, or something, but they basically connect together like so. This is how they came in the package, and lots of blue. The blue is actually a really cool plastic. I like it, but it's just not something I'd want to see on a G.I. Joe. And what's crazy is you'd think that's sort of spring-loaded-ish, sort of, right? Well, you can only lift these up so far. These little flaps that come out, these are the supposed shields. This does go up, but then the bottom one, it's a challenge. So you got like, you want to flip it up. You want to be able to like, all right, I want this to be a shield, because on the packaging it shows like this thing can open up, but when you do it, you can't. It'll pop off because it has like a weird little tab in there, like a little part that I guess goes into here. Maybe that's how it all works. It doesn't really tell you in the manual how to, yeah, that doesn't really, oh, I guess when you unhook the bottom, it's dumb. It is very dumb. Here's the missile, still in that blue. Dumb. But I mean, as a kid though, I mean, these things were great because you can actually, you know, at least for me, before these came out, I used to use rubber bands. So me and my brother would like set up our armies and we'd take turns of like shooting rubber bands at each other's figures to determine if they were hit or not. This just made things a little bit easier to shoot. And of course, you try to have the one that's more powerful of a spring so it's more accurate and can actually knock the figure down. This thing has, yeah, he's got this giant metal shoulder pad that this ball pops right into. That's dumb. Because then you... This is a horrible gimmick. So you take his little key that's in his hand and it sort of just goes like that. Boom. I guess that's a way of doing it. Sure. And then you can always just take this off and then maybe put the key in here like that. And then you can have yourself a separate gun. Like, this is just getting crazy amount of... It's weird. This is like some... I still don't even get this thing on the side up here. It looks like it would be a gun that you could take out, but you can't take it out. And it looks sort of like a cassette tape. It's like putting on some music or something. The ball joint idea is pretty good, but it pops out. So that's a little weird. So let's just take this shoulder piece off because it's a piece of crap. Okay, so you can't really lock into this way. Can I do it this way? What about this way? Nope. Yeah, it's weird. I guess you're supposed to have it like this. That's dumb, and that's why I don't like. That's why I was starting to dislike the Retaliation wave, because they were just giving so much gimmick stuff that just made no sense, and it was really stupid. It was really, really dumb. So let me get all this out of the way and let's dive into the figure. The Dwayne Johnson likeness, it's there. It's straight up there. It's Dwayne Johnson with his goatee. Looks great. Eyes are not too bad. One's looking the other direction. One's sort of looking straight. You know, it's not horrible. Tons of detail in the sculpt in the neck and his traps. Like, this dude is ripped. Very, very ripped. Camo pants. Nice little knee pads. And then his boots. Now, if you're wondering, look what they did. They molded his hand to this grip. Instead of allowing you to have the freedom to have a free hand, they just molded this key to his hand. So luckily I got I think it was like a double pack, triple pack, quad pack. I don't know. I had another like a Ninja Command Roadblock that had normal hands. So I'm going to have to pop this off to give him the other guy's hands, because this is stupid. This is a horrible idea. I mean, I guess it could be a weapon. You could be beating somebody with just a chunk of metal plastic. I don't know. You know, who's going to mess with the guy that's just like, I'm going to blah, like, it's ridiculous. But then when you get into like the boots and stuff, they're detailed. This guy doesn't have as much articulation as some of the other Joes that came out later in this line. And articulation wise, he does have no up and down movement at all. It's just straight up head rotation. I guess there'd be a little bit, not much. It's on a ball joint. Arms can go all the way up like crazy, full 360, single jointed elbow. and wrist rotation. Very cool stuff. And then he doesn't have the rubber band like old school Joe's. These are actually bandless, but he does have that upper torso. And like, look at this. Hasbro was making this upper torso stuff for so long. Even on these guys, look how much articulation you get out of this. Sure, it looks a little weird on the back. Very weird on the back. But the fact is, you get a lot of movement. And this is just a little figure. He has no waist swivel, which is sort of disappointing. No thigh cut. Single jointed knee, but it's plenty. And no ankle bend or boot rotation. So, like I said, this is more limited compared to the other Joes that they released down the road. But still a nice figure and a lot more articulation than we would have gotten with just your average vintage Joe anyway. And the details are pretty freaking cool. So I do think he's a cool figure. But like I said, I had this when it first came out, and he was been in packaging since, because I had no intention to open them until today. So one day, scrolling through Facebook, as I always do, you know, being part of a lot of collecting communities, you see people put stuff up for sale and stuff like that. Something came on Facebook that I've seen on eBay that I was interested in for a long time. And this came from Mike Sains. And he only had a couple left. And I think these were his little customs that he was doing. It was an upgrade kit for this figure. And the upgrade kit came in a nice little baggie, as you can see, a baton, a hat, a whistle, a belt, and yeah, that's right, Sergeant Slaughter's head. So I got that, and then he tossed in a bonus duffel bag, which, you know, it works. It's hollow on the bottom, but very cool feature to have. And I never had the opportunity to get a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Sergeant Slaughter. I wanted him in this type of outfit, not the wrestling one. I could have had the wrestling one, but I passed on it because it wasn't what I wanted. And then, of course, the one with the military pants and the black tank top, that one just started skyrocketing in price and just got out of my control of being able to get a hold of it. So I saw this opportunity and I wanted to pounce on it. So we get to turn good old Roadblock here into Sergeant Slaughter. Let the transformation begin. Start with this belt here. Make sure I'm doing it. I don't know if I'm doing it upside down or not, but I can always fix it. I had to cut the video because it was taking a little time. You just had to work it up over the legs, and that's sort of how you got the belt. And I thought you could take up the upper torso after I was trying for a little bit, and I was like, no, it's got to actually weasel its way up these legs. But you can get the belt on there, and let's go ahead and check this head, see how that pops on like a glove. Look at that, being a big old roided out Sergeant Slaughter. That's what I'm talking about. Does it half fit on nicely? Oh, wait, I forgot to take... Can't be Sergeant Slaughter without your whistle. Which way does it go? All right. That's very, very awesome. How easily it was with this kit. And the skin tones match very well too, and the plastic and everything. I can't get over how nice this looks. I might need to smooth off the hat edges a little bit around his ears and stuff, just like this little extra pieces and stuff, just smooth them out a little bit. But I mean, I got myself a jacked Sergeant Slaughter like this. If you're going to be a drill instructor, you know, training the recruits and all that stuff, I mean, this looks so awesome. Very, very cool. I am not disappointed with this upgrade kit, and it's a good reason to bring this horrible Roadblock figure out of its plastic coffin, because this kit just makes it so much better. And now I officially have a more modern Sergeant Slaughter for my collection. And that sums up my unboxing and review of G.I. Joe Retaliation Roadblock and the Mike Sains Sergeant Slaughter upgrade kit. If you guys like what you saw, hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new to my channel, as I review a variety of different things. And I want you guys to make sure you hit that bell notification so you know when I post up a new video, so you guys can check it out right when it's fresh off the presses. And check out Toyco Toys and Collectibles. The website's down below, full of collectibles. If you see something you like, use the promo code down there to get free shipping to your doorstep. And make sure you check out both Facebook groups. You got the pre-order group, where it allows you to stay in the know with what's coming out and get some great prices, because Toyco takes a major dump all over Big Bad Toy Store, Megalopolis, Entertainment Earth. The pricing for their pre-orders are amazing. And you got the community, where you can interact with your like-minded nerds, collectors, trade figures, talk figures. If you're new to collecting, jump on in and start having a conversation with us. And then make sure you guys check out also Plastic Cannibals. That's my own personal group. There's 3 questions to answer if you want to join in, and we're like a really close collector family. So make sure you guys jump in there and check out that group as well. But most importantly, I want you guys to have the best luck hunting, keep on collecting, and have a beautiful day. Yo, Joe.